What's good? Hey, it's your boy Really Reek from the 80 Ways Media Podcast, man. Why don't you come chill with your boy, get some of this knowledge, and let's get into it real quick. We don't play no games. Yo, what's good? It's your boy Really Reek from the 80 Ways Media Podcast. What's good? So, what happens today is I'm going to talk to y'all about some 2023 lawsuits that y'all had no idea went down, or even if you did know, you know what I'm saying, we're going to bring them back up. Now, this is a little different from my usual content, but this stuff needs to be pointed out since this has something to do with everyday life that may affect you in some way, shape, or form. Now, another thing that you don't want to get all wrapped up into is you don't want to get wrapped up into thinking that they didn't change these things and these things are the same thing that they were in 2023, because a lot of this stuff is different. So I'm going to just run through the list. The list is pretty long, so I put it all in one video. But I'm going to run through the list and I'm going to give you my thoughts on it. So let's get straight into it. So the most ridiculous lawsuits of 2023. And I know what a lot of people are saying. They're saying that if it can't be ridiculous if it's a lawsuit, but it's ridiculous. So number one on the list is Lady Gaga's dog napping drama. So the pop star was sued over $50,000, 500,000. I'm sorry, a $500,000 reward she offered for the return of her stolen dogs. The twist: the woman suing her was charged in connection with the theft of Lady Gaga's French bulldog. She asked the court to triple the damages to $1.5 million because the reward offer was misleading. The judge ruled the lawsuit was legally insufficient in its entirety. While some lawsuits may seem amusing or trivial, they underscore the serious issue of lawsuit abuse threatening American businesses and consumers. Frivolous litigation drains resources, stifles innovation, and inflates costs for the products and services we use every day, when businesses must divert time, money, and effort to defend against baseless crimes. These costs are often passed down to consumers, resulting in higher prices and potentially fewer choices. Moreover, the fear of litigation can discourage businesses from taking creative risks or introducing new products, ultimately hindering economic growth and innovation. Which is why I wanted to do this video, because like I said, when y'all sue these places and y'all boycott these places are everywhere. Like for instance, a food place with just a lot of restaurants that's on this list. They're everywhere. And so if you boycott McDonald's, Popeyes, Wendy's, it's a lot of kids who probably don't need to be eating that stuff, but they want to eat that stuff. And it's a lot of places that need that those sponsorships and things. So they need these places to be in business because these places are already rich, and I need your sponsorship. So it's like when you try to sue these people, sometimes it's just, unless you got a strong case, they saying don't do it, because the money that's wasted on a weak case because they didn't win anything is going to be right against the consumers. So it's just something to think about when you do that. So let's move on down the list. Number two is Velveeta's mac and cheese misunderstanding. A Florida woman filed a $5 million lawsuit against Kraft, claiming its Velveeta mac and cheese cups took longer to cook than advertised. She claimed the packaging was misleading because it did not factor in time to open the packaging and add water and stir in the cheese. Fortunately, a federal judge dismissed the case. So with that one, I'm gonna give you my thoughts right now, right after I read it. With that one, I understand where she's coming from, because on the packaging, if it says that it's gonna cook in 3 minutes, I want you to be correct, because I don't know. I'm looking at it like you put those directions up there because I don't know what I'm doing. So you must know what you're doing with your own product. So if it doesn't cook in that amount of time, I am going to be mad. And I'm not really so mad about her taking that lawsuit out against it, because it's like you're getting rich and your product doesn't perform as you say on the packaging. Don't put it on the packaging if it's not gonna be true. But seeing how a federal judge dismissed they really need a lot of hard evidence in order for you to try to sue for that amount of money anyway. And there was no emotional damages, but I think she was right to sue for that. Um, if you know, but then again, who's to say how long something cooks? How you like it is how you like it. So I like my noodles on 6 minutes. Some people prefer it on 5. Some people prefer it on 3. I don't like crinkly noodles. I want my noodles to completely boil. So if they would have put on the packaging that it takes 3 minutes, but it actually takes 6 minutes. But so it's according to your liking. So, but I understand why she did that, because if you telling me in 3 minutes this is gonna be the best mac and cheese, that's what I want. Moving on. Buffalo Wild Wings wing debate. Buffalo Wild Wings faced a lawsuit challenging the authenticity of their boneless wings. The plaintiff argued that the boneless wings aren't actually made from deboned chicken wings. Buffalo Wild Wings clapped back on social media, adding, "Our hamburgers contain no ham. Our Buffalo Wild Wings are 0% buffalo." Even though a federal judge in Illinois dismissed the class action lawsuit, the plaintiffs are relentless, stating they intend to refile the complaint. So they don't think that Buffalo Wild Wings is chicken is made from a deboned chicken. And so, which a lot of our food is not made from the same stuff that you're thinking. It could be, it doesn't have to necessarily be a chicken. It could be chicken brain. It could be, it could be a whole lot of different things of a chicken. It could be something that tastes like chicken. So they are going to keep being relentless at their pursuit of this lawsuit. But that's a tricky one, because how can you test the meat? You know, like what machine would you need to test the meat? Because we go by our taste buds, and our taste buds is it tastes like chicken. So that's it. You know what I'm saying? We can tell when there's something different or off about it. At least I can. But our taste buds is going to tell us it tastes like chicken. But is it really chicken? You know what I'm saying? You never know. So let's move on from that one, because that doesn't say a dollar amount. Taco Bell's meaty misrepresentation. Taco Bell is in a crunch over its Crunchwrap Supreme. The fast food giant, known for its late night cravings and affordable delights, was slapped with a lawsuit accusing them of false advertising over the meat content in their products. The plaintiffs allege that Taco Bell's photography is misleading and is asking the chain to pay a shocking $500 per item purchase. To me, that's very low. They got about, we could say 30. We could say they got about 30 items on their menu, and if you was to pay $500 per item, it would only amount to about, let's just call it, even if it was about 150,000, let's just say that. That's very low, even though they don't want to lose that money compared to the amount of money that Taco Bell, since I'm assuming that they're suing the entire corporation, not just a specific franchise. That's no money for them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that is very great. That's a very low amount. So you should be able to do that with no problems. Uh, as far as them not having meat into their products, we know that there's no meat in there. Like, we've seen people make it. It's like a water base with a powdery. It's like a powder packet. It's like instant mashed potatoes. So it's instant meat. You know what I'm saying? At least that's what I got from it when I seen it. It's instant meat, and that's just how it's gonna be. I mean, they're not going to change it and put real meat in there, because then they can't sell it to you at the same price. You got to understand, all of these businesses are for profit. They're not for economic sustainability. They're for profit. So they're not just trying to keep you healthy and happy. They're trying to they're trying to get your money. You know what I'm saying? So they got to make money any kind of way they can. And not using real meat is the first thing. I mean, ground beef, you would assume it's not, it's about $7-8 a pound. So when you think about it, they don't put an ounce of meat in there, I'm sure. But either way, like, I think they probably could. To me, they could use real meat. Like not saying they do. I'm saying like they could use real meat, but they just choose not to. So it's just that simple. When you can get it cheaper, that's what you're gonna do. So moving on. Polar Inc. I do not know who this company is. Polar Inc.'s lemon flavored legal battle. Polar Inc. was recently dragged to court over its lemon-flavored carbonated water. The lawsuit filed by, you guessed it, Spencer Sheehan, alleged the seltzer water packaging was misleading due to images of lemon slices floating in bubbly water. Although the seltzer waters are lightly infused with lemon, the lawsuit alleges that the flavor wasn't strong enough. The Chicago judges were left with a sour taste in their mouths after dismissing the case. So I can see why you would dismiss it. You're dismissing it because you don't like the drink. You know, they're dismissing it because that case sort of went to they don't like the drink. because even if they added one little teaspoon, one little drop of lemon, they put lemon in it. If you don't like it, that's just you don't like the product and you lost your money. You know what I'm saying? That's how this businesses work. There's a lot of drinks that we can say we didn't like the flavor of it, but we can't go sue. You know, it said it was lemon flavor. It was lemon flavor. It just wasn't strong enough for your taste. So I can understand how that one got dismissed. Moving on. Burger King's whopping Burger King's Whopper of a lawsuit. Remember the good old days when you can count on a massive Whopper to satisfy your hunger? Apparently, some don't and have taken the matter to court. Burger King found itself in the midst of a lawsuit claiming their Whoppers were smaller than what were pictured in the advertisement. While we all know that our appetites can expand, this is next level. Though it may seem microscopic problem to some, plaintiffs have put Burger King in quite a pickle. So, it looks like that lawsuit is actually holding itself together because they're showing a big burger in the commercials, but when you get it, it's a small burger. Um, it's just another way of advertisement and marketing, man. You know, if you market a big ass burger, people are going to be interested, and then when you get it, you're going to cut prices around it. So I haven't ate Burger King in a while. I don't know who the hell is eating Burger King all the time to even know this, but that's what happened. So we just gonna move on. Texas Pete. Oh, I like Texas Pete. A unique lawsuit against Texas Pete hot sauce fizzled out, not for its taste but its origin. The lawsuit argued that the brand misled consumers by suggesting the sauce was made in Texas when it's actually produced in North Carolina. Wait until they hear about the Belgian waffles and Boston cream pie. So, again, this looks like one of those situations to me where you're just gonna find something that's wrong and sue about it. And I'm not mad at it because this life is cutthroat. So I'm not mad at it because that's what they would do to you. People would do the same thing to you. So why wouldn't you do the same thing? This life is cutthroat and this business is even more cutthroat. So if you tell me that this is Texas Pete and it's made in Carolina, ooh, I got something to sue you about. You lying. You know what I'm saying? That's breach of whatever contract. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I can understand why they sued about that one. I mean, it's just like you just get to the point where it's like, you know, I think I got a strong case because yeah, it's made in Carolina, man. I don't know, but when they say something about Belgian waffles, they're made here. Boston cream pie, you can make those anywhere. We don't know because those are we don't. I don't know what Belgium is, but Boston is a city. Texas is a state, so you're assuming that it's a Texas hot sauce. So that's why they would do that. But I mean, I don't think that that's gonna hold up because again, they outsource a lot of stuff. You know, the government knows best when it comes to business. That's why they're there for. El Guapo's child pod controversy. In a spicy turn of events, McCormick filed a lawsuit over its El Guapo brand New Mexico child pods. The lawsuit claimed consumers were misled into believing child pods were grown in New Mexico. The plaintiffs are represented by Spencer Sheehan, a plaintiff's attorney, notorious filing hundreds of food and beverage labeling lawsuits. So I don't know what El Guapo's child pod is, but now I just learned something new. Spencer Sheehan is somebody who's always filing lawsuits for food and beverage. So now I know when I see his name, he filing something on food and beverage. Subway's tuna sales. Subway, the global chain, was accused of serving a tuna sandwich that allegedly lacked tuna. Although the lawsuit was dismissed, Subway faced bad publicity. They launched their website, Subway Tuna Facts, in response to erroneous lawsuit. So that's crazy if you telling me that it's tuna and it's not tuna. You can get tuna. Now I know you can get tuna. Tuna is a big fish. And not only can you get them, you can breed them, especially with the amount of money that you have. You can control the market. A lot of people eat tuna, like, you know what I'm saying? You can control the market in a big way. If not, you can definitely have your great share of it. So the lawsuit was dismissed. They found tuna in the lawsuit. I mean, in the they found real tuna in the tuna. So it was dismissed. But I mean, it just goes to show that people are suing anything. Crocs in the case of shrinking shoes. That sounds like a tongue twister to me. Crocs in the case of shrinking shoes. Shoes. See, I can't even say it. I can't even say it. Crocs, and the case of shrinking shoes. There we go. Bang. Starting our list is an unusual lawsuit against Crocs, the popular shoe brand, which faced legal action for allegedly selling shoes that shrink when exposed to heat. Crocs responded to the lawsuit, explaining that it would be a strange business strategy in today's competitive market. I don't own a pair of Crocs, even though they were super popular. I wanted a pair, but I just never got around to it. I mean, I don't, you buy what's useful. But if they're shrinking in heat, that's crazy. That's crazy. But you can sue for that. Just know you can sue for that. And that's looks like it's all. Oh, we got one more. McDonald's. In the early 1990s, McDonald's faced a lawsuit over hot coffee, and even a Seinfeld episode satirized the case, highlighting U.S. litigation system abuses. Today, frivolous lawsuits are more problematic than ever. Let's explore the top 10 ridiculous lawsuits of 2023, counting down to the most absurd. Well, I didn't count down. I did it from 1 to 10. Now, they may seem ridiculous to some, but these are my closing thoughts on this. They may seem ridiculous to some, but I'm not gonna sit here and act like it's that ridiculous, man. It's a lot of ridiculous shit that goes on in the United States. So if you want to sue because you don't like the fact that they said this is a purple drink and you don't taste any purple, you can do that. It just goes to show that you don't even know ways that you can open up money. I'm pretty sure it costs to get a lawyer to take the case, but if you got a strong case, you can sue against these food and beverage companies that are rich and powerful as ever, because we all have to eat and we all like to drink. Yeah, have to drink. So I don't mind you suing. I mean, shoot, they sue people with their home businesses all the time. It's a lot of businesses that got shut down because they're doing practices similar to this. Like, for instance, a car dealership will get shut down if it says that you have a 30-day warranty and they don't honor the warranty. You can take them to court. So whatever you say in the packaging, it must work that way. If it's not going to work that way, you're going to have a lawsuit on your hands. It's been your boy, Really Rick, just switching it up a little bit, man. We're going to get back to the real content. Holla at your boy. Drop a like on this video, man. And if you know any other crazy ass lawsuits that I'm missing, please hit me up. Let's go.